Okay, you need to stuff this area back in here, that little void there, with insulation. And then you need to create a U shape from here to the top of that 2x4. Fill that gap around the beam. Run it all the way over to here. Fill that gap in there. Run your insulation up there. Stuff that space there up against your 2x4. Up against your 2x4 here. So you've got a fire break. So you've got it all coming all the way across, up. It's a U shape, all the way across and up. And then same with the outside wall. Well, while we're at it, fill this gap here in. Get some in there. And then run it out to here, just to be on the safe side. And then, same as your perimeter walls, every 10 feet, you got to do the same thing. Stuff that beam, do your U shape up all the way around so you create a barrier so nothing can go wrong. 10 foot, it's right there. 10 foot, stuff it in. He said we don't need to worry about this wall. But we do need to put 2x4s laying flat across here as your fire break. Because you can get up to there, you can take that bottom nail out and flip it if you want to, whatever you got to do. But you got to get a flat 2x4 in there for the break on this one. We go down the perimeter. Go down the perimeter all the way up to here. We don't have to worry about this wall because it's an open space. So what you want to do is you go to your 10 feet and even if you don't have enough room, you got to stuff this last one with insulation. Just split the difference. Do it 3 times. Here, in the middle, and at the end. I'm not sure how long it is, but yeah, stuff it with insulation, seal it so that nothing can get up into that space and cause a fire. And make sure to fill the gap at the bottom with insulation. We were wondering about that. Make sure you get the one at the top. And then take your foam and well, I don't think you need to do all these holes because you got that 10-foot wide open space, but make sure that there's nothing from this side to the sealed side, a hole. Make sure all those holes on that break are filled. Like here, there, and it's going to wind up being there and there. Here, gotta do a little better job of stuffing that. There, and down below. Anywhere that there's a gap where fire could travel between our 10-foot sections is what has to be done. The top is good. I got that break all the way around the perimeter. That's all good. We just got to worry about the soffit. That gap in there. There's nothing going on in the closet except right there. So that's why we're doing the stuff up there. And it probably wouldn't hurt to add a break right here, just to be on, just give them the warm and fuzzies. No way they can shoot you down then. You don't have to worry about that. Break at the bottom. Break at the bottom. Wherever else you think it's necessary. That's all. Bye. Oh, you got your switch box here switched around. This is the new one. That's the new one there. This one still controls your lighting though, for the time being. And they'll disconnect it and tie it into the other one. And I left notes. I left notes for these the next bird brains that come in. Here's your permit. I put all my tools away. Uh, 4-foot level is yours. Whoever comes in, they shouldn't need much, and they should bring their own tools with them. It's not. Oh, one thing I want to make sure that you tell them, Jen, is that feed line coming into the house, into the basement, right up there with that other bundle. That feed line runs across here, ducks into that joist, goes over, feeds that light to a 3-way, runs all the way back over. That wire that feeds this fixture has to be abandoned to that point, but it has to be rerouted over to this box. So just cut this 14-2 wire loose from the fixture and just pull a couple of staples and then reroute it over to this box, because this wire here goes all the way over to the feed for my arc fault circuit interrupter GFI receptacle that's going in right here. And here it is. This guy right here is going in right there. And then this is going to feed from across here, and it's going to go over and then feed this light box, and that's going to feed your 3-ways. Your hallway lighting is going to remain the same. This wire here will be abandoned. This wire right here is going to be abandoned because that's the feed from the light, which we don't need anymore because we got our new feed in this right here coming off the bottom of that AFC arc fault interrupter over to our new light switch to feed our. And then the power is going to come out of that box, go over. That's going to be abandoned. That GFI right there is going to be abandoned, but it's going to be reused over right below that panel somewhere. Doesn't matter where. Height doesn't matter. So then we're going to come out of this box. We're going that way to feed the lighting. Then we're going to come out of this box again all the way over here. Abandon that all the way over here to this box. And that's where we're going to tie in your alarm system and then run another feed wire for the rest of your basement circuit. Come over here, feed this box here. And this original one is going to have to be rerouted over to this box. And then reconnected there to go off wherever it goes. And this one is going to have to travel up to that light switch. So that's the switch for your light over there. However they got to get there, it shouldn't be difficult. It's one wire, bam, because that's the only one in there. So I'm thinking that should do it. Here's the junction box for the the east lighting, I think. Is that east? Yeah, east lighting, I think. And then here, over here is, no, this is for the east, right here. I've even got it marked. That's the three-way junction box for the east lighting right there. And that comes over here to that three-way switch. So this is the west, I'm sorry. This one over here is the west. But this is the junction box for the west. Right there. And it even used to say west on there, but oh yeah, there it is. Still says it. West, if you can see that, I don't know. So, just got to make sure that those guys understand that this wire here, right there, coming from your breaker panel, has to be disconnected from that light, pulled back, pull a couple of staples, and reroute it across to here. Because that's the new feed for the whole system right there. I put an oversized box in there so that it can accommodate an extra pair of wires. So there shouldn't be any issues there. And that's about it. Oh, I couldn't nail in a switch here. I couldn't get a switch nailed in there. And maybe they've got a little more creative way to do it, but this was going to be my three-way switch for that light fixture there. So that if you come along here, you go into bed, you got that three-way light, you got the west light on. Come over here, you want to go to bed, you turn that off. Well, it's pitch black. What if it's 3 o'clock in the morning? It's pitch dark out. So then you can flip this last switch and turn that light on. Turn this light on. And then you should be able to turn it off with this switch. I know it's just a 6-foot span here, but it's pitch black. You could walk into the damn wall. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to put somewhere here needs to be a three-way switch. Whether it has to go here, I was going to try to get it here, but you can't nail it. You can't nail it. I was going to try to get it here, but you can't nail it. So I may wind up going here. You're going to have to decide that yourself. Or maybe even here. That's a little bit more space on this side. But yeah. If I knew how long I could leave that temporary lighting in, I've only got another day's worth, maybe 2 days worth of work here for myself. But if you get somebody that knows what they're doing, two guys could be able to come in here and knock this out in a day, easy. I wouldn't pay over $1,000. Oh, just to make sure that they know that which circuits are isolated to the east and the west. Here starts your east. From here, there's your east, and I was going to feed everything that way. Everything east of this box gets fed off to one switch. Then everything west of this point, like that would be the first one in line, west gets fed off of the other switch, just so they know. Okay, I guess that's about it. I got to get ready to get out of here. Bye.